India's foreign policy has undergone a profound transformation since independence, reflecting the country's evolving geopolitical realities, economic priorities, and global ambitions. The approaches of Jawaharlal Nehru from 1947 to 1964 and Narendra Modi from 2014 to the present exemplify two distinct eras, one rooted in idealism and non-alignment, the other in pragmatism and multi-alignment. Nehru, the architect of non-alignment. Jawaharlal Nehru, India's first prime minister, shaped a foreign policy centered on non-alignment, sovereignty, and a commitment to global peace and decolonization. Nehru's vision was deeply influenced by the trauma of colonialism and the desire to avoid entanglement in Cold War rivalries. Key features of Nehru's foreign policy: non-aligned movement, or NAM. Nehru co-founded NAM, positioning India as a leader of newly independent nations seeking to avoid Cold War blocs. This provided diplomatic leverage and allowed India to engage with both superpowers for economic and military assistance. Multilateralism. India played an active role in the United Nations, advocating for disarmament, decolonization, and peaceful conflict resolution. Nehru positioned India as a mediator in international disputes such as the Korean War and the Suez Crisis. Idealistic rhetoric. The emphasis was on moral principles, like respect for territorial integrity, non-interference, and peaceful coexistence. However, critics argue that this idealism was often symbolic, as India maintained a strategic tilt toward the Soviet Union, especially after the 1962 Sino-Indian War. Narendra Modi's tenure has marked a decisive shift from non-alignment to multi-alignment, engaging simultaneously with major and middle powers to maximize India's strategic and economic interests. Modi's foreign policy is characterized by pragmatism, a focus on economic diplomacy, and a willingness to assert India's interests more forcefully. Key features of Modi's foreign policy include, multi-alignment. India now maintains robust defense and economic ties with the United States, Russia, Japan, and the European Union, while also deepening engagement with ASEAN and African nations. This approach allows India to balance China's rise and secure technology, investment, and security partnerships. Economic diplomacy is a central pillar of Modi's strategy, fostering trade partnerships and attracting foreign investment, which, positions India as a key player in global supply chains and a destination for manufacturing. Strategic assertiveness. Unlike Nehru's caution, Modi has demonstrated resolve in dealing with adversaries. After the 2019 Pulwama attack, India conducted airstrikes in Pakistan, signaling a willingness to retaliate against terrorism. During the 2020 Galwan clashes with China, India stood firm, even regaining some territory. India has sought a larger role in multilateral forums like the United Nations, BRICS, and the G20, which really reflects its ambitions to shape global governance. Modi's government, leverages India's cultural heritage, its vibrant diaspora, and climate initiatives to enhance the country's global image. Despite these differences, some continuities persist. Both leaders sought to enhance India's global stature, albeit through different means. Nehru's idealism laid the foundation for India's independent foreign policy identity, while Modi has adapted this legacy to a multipolar world, where economic strength and strategic partnerships are, honestly, just paramount. Nehru's foreign policy was constrained by limited military and economic resources, leading to a focus on moral leadership. Modi, by contrast, leads a more confident, economically dynamic India, willing to assert its interests and navigate complex great power rivalries. Both reflect India's journey from a post-colonial state to an emerging global power. If you found the video insightful, hit the like button and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.